As the sun shines on all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of?
Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a really easy hairstyle for natural hair. So I'm going to be doing this DIY stitched braided bun. It's going to be really simple and easy. So here is my hair, you guys. You know, I recently got a silk press, but it only lasted me 3 days. And while my hair was in a stretched state, I decided to take advantage of it and do a simple little protective style. So let's get into it. So I'm going to begin by pre-parting and sectioning off my hair, and I always do my first part going down the middle. I just feel like when you start from the middle, it ensures that everything is going to be symmetrical. If you start sectioning off your hair from the sides, chances are it's going to get a little wonky. So yeah, I'm starting by just parting my hair down the center. And I'm sorry you guys, my mirror is off to the side, so you're gonna see me pivoting back and forth as I part my head. I even had to get up a couple of times because I could not see. I'm about to come back with my glasses, as you guys can see right here. But yeah, I got my part down the middle. And so I'm going to be doing about 6 braids. So I'm going to start by just sectioning off each side into 3 sections. So I'm kind of measuring, trying to keep it as even as possible, and then I'm going to start parting off those sections. Now you guys, these parts were not perfect. As you guys may know, I have been locked for 3 years, so I'm still getting used to really just parting my hair. But this is a really easy, simple style. I wasn't trying to have it be like extra neat or anything like that. Just a little style to get me through the week. So I wasn't tripping that my parts weren't super perfect. But if you want perfect parts, definitely take your time to make sure that you get them. But for this style, y'all, I was just getting it as best as I could. But yeah, after I get it parted to my liking, I just braid it out the way, and then I repeat the same process on the next section. But yeah, I highly recommend pre-parting and sectioning your hair for braided styles, because nothing is worse than like getting halfway through a style and realizing that like something is off, and either having to just roll with it or completely start over. So when you pre-part, it really just kind of helps map out the style before you really commit to it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And so now my hair is all sectioned off and ready to go. So I'm going to start with that first section on the side, and I'm just going to unravel that braid. And before we do like the French braid, I'm just going to start by making sure that the hair is detangled using a wide tooth comb. I'm also going to go in with some leave-in conditioner. The one I'm using is from Jackie, and I'm just going to smooth that into my hair. And then to smooth out my parts, I don't waste products. So I'm going to go in with some of my lock booster from Style Factor that I used to use to retwist my locks. This is one of my favorite products. I ended up going with the spider grip. But yeah, I'm just going to apply that along like the parts and everything, just to make sure that the sections are smooth. I use this for my locks, but it says that you can use it honestly for all styling purposes on natural hair and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm using, because I still have so many products left and they're going to get used. But yeah, I'm just smoothing out that section. I also like to map out my edges in baby hair before I start braiding, so I don't accidentally braid any hair that I want left out. And then I'm going to grip a little hair at the front, and I'm going to begin cornrowing that section back. Now, technically, I'm not doing like an actual stitch braid where you really section off the pieces and grip them so that it gives it that like stitched effect. I'm doing it a little bit, but not like super neat. If you want a more stitched effect, obviously you're gonna really have to take your time to make sure that you are sectioning those pieces. But this is supposed to be a really easy style, so I'm not like doing it perfectly. I'm also not going to be feeding in any fake hair. I wanted this to be like a really simple, natural style. If you want your braids to be thicker, by all means go ahead and feed in some hair, but I just didn't want that for this look. And honestly, I prefer like the stitch braids when they're a natural density. I don't like when the braids are like too thick. So it's all about preference. But yeah, you can absolutely go ahead and feed in some hair if you want to, but I'm not. I'm just going to be cornrowing my natural hair back. And if you don't know how to braid or cornrow, you can also get a similar look doing like some flat twists. So yeah, again, this isn't a very complicated style. It's supposed to be very easy and effortless and quick. I didn't want a style that was going to take forever, so I was just trying to do something quick and cute. And so I just continue braiding until I get to the ends. And then once I get to the ends, I'm going to seal my ends using some more of that leave-in conditioner, because I want this again to just be a protective style, and we want to make sure to protect those ends. So yeah, I'm just sealing it with a little more leave-in, and there is our first braid. And then I just repeat that same process on the other section. So I start by detangling with a wide tooth comb. I go in with some leave-in conditioner and just moisturize my hair. After that, I smooth out my parts with the Style Factor Edge Booster, as well as map out my edges. And then I just begin braiding back. I braid all the way to the ends, and then I seal my ends with a little more leave-in. But while I got y'all on the line, for all my girlies who was locked and then y'all combed out y'all locks, when y'all combed out y'all locks, did y'all notice that y'all had like any soft spots, I guess, in your head? Like, I don't know, like as I was braiding my hair, I just felt like there were areas that just felt softer than I remember. And they don't necessarily hurt or feel tender or anything. They just feel like little soft spots, I guess you could say. And I'm like, were these here before? And I just never realized it because, you know, I was always in my head imparting all these different ways, and then being locked for 3 years and not really touching certain spots of my head. Now that I'm unlocked, I'm noticing them. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like, I never really had like a movable scalp or anything like that, but I don't know. My scalp just seems different now. Not different in a bad way, but it just, I don't know. I'm still just adjusting, y'all, to like touching my hair and looking at it. And I don't know. I just had little pockets that felt softer than I remember. So if any of you experienced that, let me know. It could just be my scalp, and this is how my scalp has always been, but it is something that I have noticed over this like last week, and especially when I was doing this style. And here is how my hair looks once it's all been braided up, and I'm gonna put it in a bun. But if you're like me and you have finer or low density hair, you know that if I were to just put this in a bun right now, it would be really small. So I'm gonna take this Cuban twist hair in 16 inches. It's in the color number 4. If you have regular braiding hair, you can use that as well. But I'm just using what I had left over in my hair stash. So I'm gonna take 2 pieces of that Cuban twist hair, and then I'm going to take 2 of my natural braids, and I'm just going to create just like a basic little extended braid. This does not have to be perfect. I'm not measuring it out to be even. I'm just doing a braid just to extend it. I had zero desire to like wear these braids just kind of down and loose. My intention was always to do a bun, so I'm not worried about this braid being perfect. It's really just to make my bun thicker. Now, if you wanted to wear like these straight backs kind of long, then you would probably have to feed in some hair on the individual braid, but I'm doing 2 braids at a time because again, this is just to make the bun thicker. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just braiding all the way until I get to the ends, and that was it. So yeah, I just go ahead and repeat that process, and I did a total of 3 little extended braids. So now I'm gonna take a little hair scrunchie and put those 3 braids into a ponytail, just something comfortable, not too tight, but just make sure that it's secured and positioned where you want it to be. And now I'm going to take those braids and I'm going to begin twisting them together. But as I twist them together, I'm also folding them up towards the base of the bun. And I'm going to wrap and twist until I create like this knot shaped bun. And you may have to like undo it and redo it, but the key is to twist the braids together as you're twisting them around, if that makes sense, until you get the shape that you like. And once it's good to go, I'm going to take another rubber band. I'm not going to double tie it. I'm just going to take this rubber band just to make sure that it's secure and that my ends are completely tucked. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite edge control. This is the Style Factor Edge Booster, and I'm just going to do my edges to my liking. I kind of go a little dramatic, but not too dramatic. But I feel like with sleek styles, especially just kind of straight back, you know, I gotta do a little razzle dazzle. I almost crocheted like some curly pieces into the bun and like throughout the braids for a little extra detailing, but I ended up just liking it plain like this. So now I'm gonna go in with some setting foam. This one is from ORS, and I'm just going to apply that over my braids to just secure everything in place, make sure there aren't any flyaways, and it helps the style last a little longer. And then I'm going to tie it up with a scarf. You can also sit under the dryer, but I just let it air dry tied down. And that was pretty much it for the style, y'all. It was very easy and straight to the point. It took me about 45 minutes, definitely under an hour. So this wasn't a style that you got to sit in the mirror all day to do. And I think that it turned out really cute. I personally love how my face looks with my hair just kind of slicked back. I wore it with a full face. I wore it barefaced. I think it's the perfect protective style for like a work week or school week. It's low manipulation, low maintenance. My ends are tucked, and it lasted me a solid week. I could go longer with this style, but after a week it definitely starts to get frizzy. But overall, I love this style, and that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media platforms, and I'll see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.